Another interruption. Super long and drug out, I guess. So anyway, I go down to the trail. I'm sitting there. I'm waiting to meet her. 10 o'clock at night, you know, even though it was a lot safer back then, you know, I'm kind of still getting a little nervous sitting there on the trail by myself in the middle of the night. So I go riding up the trail to her friend's house to see what's taking her so long. I barely get to the end of the driveway and she comes trotting out. Oh, turn around, come on, shh. They don't know I'm with you. I'm like, oh my God. I'm thinking in my head, she did it again. She did it again. I don't say anything because I don't want a conflict right there. I didn't want to wake everybody up and have conflict. We're already out there. I just wanted to ride, have fun. And we did. It was one of the best rides we'd ever had. It was so nice. I had so much fun. We rode until daylight. We parted ways. I rode home. I got home just as the sun broke. I knew that she wasn't going to be back to her house until the next day. This was a Saturday morning. So I called her house, leaving a message on the recorder. I had my mom listen because I didn't want anybody to be able to say I said anything different. I didn't want it to be twisted. I had my mom listen. I says, hey, it's me. You know, when we went riding last night, you lied to me again. You didn't tell your old man you were with me. You promised me you'd never do that again. So I just don't think we can be friends anymore. I can't live with that. And so I think it's best that we just end the friendship. And, you know, I'm sorry. That's all I said. Very calmly. I ended it. My mom heard the whole thing. Sunday comes around, nothing. I don't hear anything all night. I go to bed. You know, I'm living with my mom at the time, so I hear the phone ring. It's midnight, 1 o'clock. And all I can hear is my mom in there. Calm down! Lower your voice! Stop yelling! And then goes silent. A few minutes later, phone rings again. I told you to stop yelling or I'm going to hang up. I mean, obviously she was just screaming. And, you know, and I could hear my mom go, I heard it. That she did not say that. So it was obviously she was always trying to lie to my mom, trying to get my mom on her side, which she had done many times before over the years. You know, both my mom and her did it to me. If one of them was mad, they'd call the other one, get them on their side, then come to me and go, oh, so-and-so said they agreed with me, and that would piss me off. Then I'd call that person all yelling and screaming. I'd look like the asshole. They would win. You know, this was just normal practice. But this particular time, I was smarter than that, and I had my mom listen, and she wouldn't, you know, fall for it. And so my friend, you know, got all pissed off, and, well, that was the end of it. We didn't speak for, like, actually, no. I got pissed off because of all the things she said. So then I did. I was stupid. I should have just let it go, but I didn't. I wrote a letter. I put all her nasty, dirty little secrets in it, and I took it to where her husband worked, and I left it. That's the ultimate betrayal of a friendship. But at that point, I had ended the friendship, and I didn't give a shit. And as far as I'm concerned, all the things she'd done to me throughout the years, she deserved that and then some. Well, she gets that letter, and she goes into my work. I had been working with my mom at a trucking company, answering phones, but I had been laid off at the time because the trucking company was going out of business. But my mom was still there. I was the bottom of the totem pole, first to go. Okay, so she didn't know that. She comes in the office one day with that letter, and she's waving it. She always wore these army fatigues all the time. Everywhere she goes, just ridiculous. And she comes in her army fatigues, waving that letter, screaming and yelling. My former boss ended up telling her if she didn't get out of there, he was going to call the cops. So that's the last I hear from her. For like 9 months. We don't speak. The last time we rode, that was in July. It was just before her birthday. So, 9 months goes by. One day I come home, and my old man's sitting there, and he's like, I screwed up. I went to call our old roommate, Jeff, and I accidentally dialed her phone number because it's so close. But it's okay, because when the recorder came on, I just hung up. I'm like, oh, God damn it. No, it's not okay. You know her. She'll twist it around and lie. She'll go get a restraining order because, like I told you, my mom got restraining order when I was a kid. She got restraining orders so many times. That was her weapon. Anytime she was mad at me or my brother, she'd get a restraining order. There's hundreds. whatever. And my friend knew that that was something that was really a sore subject with me and a way to get to me. So she went and had gotten one before. And when I found out that my ex had called and hung up, I freaking knew it was going to happen again. Sure enough, 2 days later, here comes Don, a dude we both knew, our neighbor, driving down the driveway, and I'm just like, God damn it, Don, are you kidding me? This is bullshit. And he's like, I know. You know how she is. And I live next door to her. It's like, I don't have to put up with her crap. I kind of do this as a favor so she, she'll go all psycho, I mean, he was apologizing. He was like, really felt bad. And like, whatever. So, in the meantime, I read it, and it was like the most ridiculous shit. She had made up the most ridiculous bullshit. She literally said that I had thrown prescription pill bottles in her horse's pasture trying to poison them. Okay, excuse me, my worst enemy on the friggin' planet would say that's bullshit. I would never do that. That's just complete bullshit. So I'm thinking, this is stupid. Number one, any court that has any kind of professionalism will look at this and laugh and rip it up and throw it out. That's what I'm thinking. And secondly, I'm thinking, oh well, restraining her for a year, big deal. Who the fuck cares? I don't want to be her friend anyway. So I told my old man and my mom, I was moving at the time to Stevens County, to Chihuahua. And I told them both, I'm like, you know what? You go take care of this. You're the one who called her. You're the one who screwed up. I haven't even talked to this woman in 9 fucking months. Everything was fine until you call. You go straighten this shit out. And I asked my mom if she would please go into the courts and tell them that, she's lying, this bullshit. I'd never do that. They both said they'd do it. Well, needless to say, they freaking didn't. Meanwhile, I moved to Eastern Washington. Nobody shows up. The goddamn thing apparently got issued. Come to find out later, after years of being beaten by cops, not being able to apply for jobs when I got my CDL, not being able to go into Canada, which I live 3 miles from the goddamn border crossing, and I find out that goddamn order was a lifetime order. Every time I get pulled over, cops are like, ooh, this order, and they get attitudes. I've literally been beaten up by cops because it just goes south if I try to stand up for myself, fighting for my rights, always fighting for my rights, and let's go fighting around the world. Isn't that a South Park episode? Fighting around the world. Anyway, yeah, so fuck this shit. I am tired of it. It's time it ends. Victim no more forever. That means I will be her victim no more forever. I am going to fight back. I'm going to get an attorney. I'm going to get that goddamn illegal lying ass order thrown out of court. And as soon as it is, then I'm going to file a civil lawsuit, and I'm going to sue her and her old man for everything they've ever freaking had. She's had that good life. She's had all those things, but she got no talent, no brains, and lies and cheats and steals to get everything. She don't deserve it. She never did. And what she did to me, I deserve justice. I deserve to be vindicated, and I deserve to take everything that freaking woman ever had. Okay, well, if you managed to make it this far, thank you. And, more to come. Many, many more stories. Alrighty.